Hello, my dear students, good morning. Students, let's start learning the remaining part of imperative sentences. Yesterday we learned how to transform the imperative sentences from active voice to passive voice, and we learned some important formations. Okay, so now it is the turn to learn the fifth formation, which starts with the word let. And yesterday the last point which we learnt was let's. When a sentence starts with let's followed by first form of the main verb, so the same statement is changed into passive voice in different three ways. Okay, and now it is the turn to learn this the formation. As you can see here, if you find any statement started with the word let, and after this word let, if you see the presence of any object like him, her, them, me, etc. Okay, so you will have to change this the statement into passive voice. Okay, here is single word formation, and this is you are requested, REQUESTED, you are requested. Now you may ask whether this the verb requested will be used in all kinds of statements started with let or followed by object. If your statement starts with the word let, and after let if you find the presence of any object like him, her, them, me, so then you should use this the verb requested. Okay, you are requested to. After the preposition to, you should put here let. Okay, the same, and the remaining part of the sentence as it is. For example, if the sentence is given to you, let me play now, let me play first. So you will you will change the statement from active voice to passive voice. You are requested to let me play first. Let him go now. You are requested to let him go now. Let them come in. You are requested to let them come in. Or you may write the same formation in some other way also. It is requested. You may also write the same statement with the subject it. Okay, but this the formation is highly applicable and usable. That's why you should learn this the formation. You are, what is the formation? You are requested to let. So just think what you have learned. Okay, if you have learned this the rule. Okay, so I think now we should proceed to the next one, and the next ones are here two negative imperatives. What are negative imperatives? Negative imperatives are those sentences which start either with the word don't or with the word never. Okay, the statements which begin with the word do not, don't or never are called the statements of negative imperatives. So what are the methods of changing the statements from active voice to passive voice? So now I would like to write here. If you find the statement with do not, so you should write here you are. Okay, now it depends on the nature of the statement. If the statement signals to any request, so then you should put here the word requested. If you find that the statement gives the idea of any order, so then you will use here the ordered, ORDER, ordered. Or if you think that the statement advises a person, so then you will use here advised. I will give the examples. Okay, now, and after advised or after requested or after ordered, you will put here not to. Do not changes into not to. Do not changes into not to. Not to, after to we use first form, as we have already used in the previous formations, in the last attended formations. To plus first form. Okay, and you may also write the same with the sentence with the statement it is, or you may write the it is requested, it is ordered, it is requested, or it is ordered, ORDERED, like this. Okay, plus 2 plus, sorry, not 2 plus first form, not 2 plus first form, NOT, not plus 2 plus V first. Okay, this is the formation of passive voice. So we can change the statements started with don't or never into passive voice using any one of these two formations. The first is here, you are requested, or you are ordered, or you are advised not to. Suppose the statement is don't play outside the homes nowadays. So you are advised or you are ordered not to play outside the homes. Don't make a noise, you are ordered not to make a noise. Don't run fast on the slippery road, so you are advised, okay, or you are ordered. You may use any one of these two verbs, okay, but it all depends on the nature of the statement. Okay, the next, never. If any statement starts with the word never, so the same as above, ABOV, the same formation is to be used. Suppose you say that never tell a lie. It means you will change the statement. You are advised not to tell a lie. You are advised not to tell a lie. And the last one is here, if any statement start with the first form, and if after first form you find it the object, okay, if you find it the object, sometimes we find it the object, sometimes we don't find it the object. Sometimes we find the object and sometimes we do not find the object. Okay, the statement starts with their first form, but we don't find any object. Okay, without object. So if the statement is with object, so then you will change the statement into, you can change here with the using the word let. Okay, let plus modified subject, object which is changed into subject, plus be plus third form. Let plus subject plus be, BEB plus third form. Okay, and the second formation can be used by you are. Now it depends on the nature of the statement. If the statement relates to any advisable point, so then you will use here the word advised. Otherwise you will use here requested, REQUEST, requested, or ordered, plus 2 plus first form, okay. If there is no object after this first form of the main verb, so you will not use this the first formation. I want to say one thing here very clearly. If you find no object after this first form of the main verb, okay, first form of the main verb, suppose you find here sit down. So then how would you like to change it? If you want to change it with the word let, it will not be correct. So you will have to change the formation. So the sentence sit down into passive voice using this one. You are requested to sit down, you are ordered to sit down, like this. Okay, so these are the most important formations which I have given to you in this next part B of the topic active voice and passive voice, transformation of sentences from active voice to passive voice. This is the main name of this statement. So I think you have already learned all the formation. Yesterday I had taught you up to this one. Now today I have written the formations of these all kinds of statements. Okay, kindly try to understand my language, kindly try to understand my methods, and kindly try to understand my formations, whatever I have given to you here. So dear students, now we would like to start learning some more interesting facts related to this topic, which begins with the sentences which start with the modal auxiliary verbs, and the sentences which begin with WH related words, I mean to say interrogative pronouns called indirect questions. So how would you like to change the statements from active voice to passive voice started with modals like can, may, will, shall, should, must. Okay, so this the next step is to be started by us here now at this point. Okay, let's start learning the next part. Okay, it is part C, PART, part C. This is part C. Part C relates to the sentences. Statements begin with sentences, sentences, sentences. Okay, begin with BIGIN, begin with modals, begin with modals. Transformation of sentences from active voice to passive voice. The sentences which begin with modals. Okay, so I would like to give you here the statements. So very simple method, very simple method. So first of all, I would like to write here active voice, ACTIVE, active, and the second point will be passive, PASSIVE, passive. Okay, so now first of all I would like to write a simple statements. The formation: subject plus modal plus first form plus object. Okay, the second one will be here, subject plus modal plus MODAL, not plus first form plus object. Okay, now the remaining part of the sentence. Here we find the remaining part of the sentence. And the third one will be here modal interrogative statements plus after modal you find here the subject, after subject you will find here the first form, after first form you will find the object, and then remaining part of the sentence and sign of interrogation. Okay, so now what is the method of changing the statements? What is the method of changing the statements, changing the sentences which begin with the modals, or the statements related to modals? Statements begin with modals. Okay, or I can write here begin with modals or bearing modals. Begin with or bearing modals, BEARING, bearing modals, means the statement which also include or contain a modal. Okay, so this is the statement bears a modal here, because this is the simple statement as you can see here. So what is the method? Kindly tell me, let me know from your side. What will you do? Okay, you say that, sir, first of all I would like to change the object into subject first here. The same methodology is to be used here. Now what will we do? We will have to use the same model here in most of the cases except shall or will, and remaining all models are used as it is. Suppose the model is your can, so you will put your can. Suppose the model is your may, so you put here the model may. Suppose the model is your should, so we will use the model should. Must, need not, like this. So you will have to use here the model as it is. After this model, what will you do? You will use here the word BEB, and after B we will use here third form. What will we use? Third form, and then okay, by, and then object. This is the formation and remaining part of the sentence. Okay, this is the formation number first. Subject, after subject modal, then you will use here the word be. This is the most important word for the statements carrying modals. देखो भैया, मॉडल से स्टार्ट होने वाले वाक्यों को पेशी फॉर्म में बनाने के लिए माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स आपको एक ही बात ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी, चाहे आप क्लास 11th में हो, चाहे आप क्लास 11th के बाद कीजिए अन्य किसी बड़ी क्लास में जाते हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। हायर से हायर जो बड़ा से बड़ा जो एग्जामिनेशन है उसमें भी यदि आपको कोई ऐसी स्टेटमेंट मिलती है तो उसमें आपको ध्यान रखना है कि यदि आपकी स्टेटमेंट किसी मॉडल से कनेक्टेड है तो उसमें पेशी फॉर्म बनाने के लिए ये वर्ड लगाना पड़ेगा बी। मॉडल्स के लिए बी, कॉन्टिन्यूस वाक्यों के लिए बीइंग और परफेक्ट के लिए बीन। ऐसी तीन बातें ध्यान रखना। एंड द मॉडल, द नेम ऑफ द मॉडल, द नेचर ऑफ द मॉडल शुड नॉट बी चेंज्ड except the model will or shall, or generally we can't use the model will or shall also. We will have to put the same model. We will have to use the same model. The model which is given here in this, the model which is given here in this statement. So you will use the same model here. I will put the examples also now. So the second formation is here. First of all, what will you do? Tell me. Okay, very good, very good. You say that sir, we should change the object into subject. Have you changed? Sorry, we have changed. Now, what will you do? After subject, what is here? Model. Suppose here the model is will, so you will use the same model. Okay. Then, as it is model. I tell you, the model should not be changed. After this model, not. After not, be. Then, third form. Then, by, and after by, object and plus remaining part of the sentence. And if the statement is interrogative, so first of all you would put the same model as given in the statement of active voice. Active voice, okay, एक्टिव वॉइस के वाक्य में जो मॉडल सबसे पहले लगा हुआ उसको आप एज इट इज यहाँ पर रख दीजिए। उसके बाद आपको प्रोसीड करना है। आफ्टर मॉडल यू विल यूज हियर द ऑब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट, मॉडिफाइड सब्जेक्ट, सो यू विल पुट हियर द सब्जेक्ट, देन बी, आफ्टर बी थर्ड फॉर्म, after third form by, we always use the preposition by after third form, and then here you will use here after by, okay, object, and then sign of interrogation. It should not be forgot, you should not forget it. Okay, so now these the three formations relate to these the three formations are based on the statements which begin with modals or which bear the modals. Simple or negative statements, simple, negative, interrogation, all kinds of three statements I have given here. Okay, dear students, I would like to give here some examples also. Okay, first of all I would like to give here the examples of imperative sentences. Examples, combined examples. So I write here the statement in active form. Suppose I write here, don't misuse the time. Suggestive statements, the suggestion is given here, advice is given here. The second one is here, suppose the statement begins with modal. Okay, now you will use here, will you open the door? Will you write a letter for me? The third year, may I know your name? This is the formation. So now change into passive voice. Don't misuse the time. What will be the passive form of this statement? Now I will tell you here. This is in active voice, ACTIVE, and this is in passive voice, PASSIV, passive voice. Okay, so don't miss the time. It means this statement is imperative, so you will use here, you are advised, ADVISED, you are advised not to misuse the time. I think you have understood the formation and you will not make any mistake. Now the statement begins with the modal will, or you may say here the helping or will. Okay, in the future tense we also learned the same. So now you would like to write here the answer in this way. What is the object here? The object is a letter, not me. If you find any preposition after the object, it means the object placed after the preposition is not considered. So your statement will be here: will a letter be written by you for me, be written for me by you, be written for me by you. You can use here by you in the end of the statement. And may I know your name? In this statement the verb is know, so it is followed by preposition to. So now the statement will be: may your name be known, Known, known. May your name be known to me, not by me. Because the verb is here know, and after this verb we always use the preposition to or the preposition for, but generally we use the preposition to. When the preposition know is used in passive form, okay, in third form, so after this third form we always use the preposition to. So here are some examples, and getting help of the examples, I think you should solve the assignments as to be given to you by me very shortly after this lecture. I mean to say the very after 1 or 2 hours. Okay, so this is the main task. The assignments should be solved by you. The assignments which are given to you, which are sent to you, okay, should be written by you first of all in your fair notebooks, and then you should change into the passive, getting help of these all formations. Thank you, dear student.